CFR Network, CFR Sports, Bellator 277, done, dusted, SAP Center, San Jose. On the main bill, it was the rematch, AJ Mckee, Patricio Pitbull 2, and the finals of the Grand Prix. Lightweight, Nemkov and Corey Anderson. Before I even get into the main event itself, it was a very decent card. Very decent card. Preliminaries was good. Tyrell Fortune looked very well, very good. I think the stoppage, you could say it was a little early, but I'm happy that the referee got in. Raheem even, Cleveland looked like he recovered very quickly and was kind of complaining about the stoppage, but yeah, I don't think the result would have been any different personally, but all good. And then to finish off, the preliminary card was welterweight. I think this was Tyson Miller's, was it his debut or his second fight? Because he was 1-0, taking on Rallian, or I don't know how you pronounce it, Gracie, who is like 0-3. So he's clearly got a lot more experience, but not getting those them W's, unfortunately. Must be terrible for the Gracie name. But unfortunately, as we saw with this fight, and there are some standouts. You know, Crone, his striking game is excellent. But it doesn't seem that the Gracies are elevating and evolving with the sport. They're excellent in regards to, you know, grappling and jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff. But when you're getting punched in the head, man, TKO, doctor stoppage, he was done. He was going for a lot of heel hooks and stuff. He was taking a lot of punishment, man. And second round, doctor was like, nah, you ain't coming out. There's no point to taking any more punishment. Plastic fork, you are done. Good performance from Tyson Miller. Stuffed a lot of takedowns and stuff. Had some very heavy hands. Pretty sure Bellator is going to ease him through and not sort of push him as it did Mr. Pico. So yeah, interesting to see how he develops through Bellator. Main cards, Milton Keynes' own Big Swarm, Linton Vassell, now at heavyweight, now back at heavyweight, defeated Timothy Johnson. TKO to punches. First round? Am I talking about first round? And he came back. It was an excellent comeback. It was an excellent comeback because he got clipped behind the ear or something, took his equilibrium out. Kennedy charged in like he was a damn football player, head first, like clashed heads, cut the top of his head open, and Big Swarm did his thing, man. Remained composed, was searching for that leg, reversed it, and laid down some devastating ground and pound. Now on a 4-fight winning streak. Let's go. He should be fighting next for the strap, really. I don't really see anybody else within that heavyweight division really deserving, you know, fresh meat and all that kind of stuff as well. So I think we got the rematch Bader and Congo 2 after the is it a no contest because groin strikes or something like that, or poke in the eye, something made crazy. But yes, very happy to see the Big Swarm getting that win. Catchweight, Aaron Pico took on at very short notice as well. And Mr. Edwards showed tremendous heart throughout this. Very one-sided, unfortunately, and I thought he would have been able to put on a better offensive performance, but there's no holding your head down, man. He showed a lot of heart, a lot of determination. Many other people would have been they would have been out of that there. I think it was that second round TKO, and he was ripping to the body, man. Aaron Pico has definitely improved dramatically. Steadily getting better, steadily getting better. Let's see when we up the competition level, and let's see where he hands. He's definitely world class. He's definitely world class. Yeah, as I say, interesting to see. He didn't take much punishment. Took a couple leg shots, leg kicks even. So he should be able to have a quick turnaround if they can get an opponent. Because from what he was saying on the post-fight interview with Big John, nobody wanted to take that fight. I know it was obviously short notice and all, but is that indicative of the matchup process over there? Then we move on to the controversial end to the Grand Prix lightweight championship also was on the line, and $1 million. And we saw at a minimum 2-round total yeah. Could we say total dominance? Yeah, man, it was clear dominance. If we want to be, it was a clear dominant 2-round victory for Corey Anderson. He had Nemkov hurt, man. He's striking. I didn't think he would be able to hang with him as much as he did, because Nemkov's, very, very well rounded. But no. First round, very close. My humble opinion, I think Corey won that most definitely. Second round clearly won that. Third round clearly won that. He even advised the referee that there was a clash of heads, and that's what stopped the damn fight. With seconds left to go in that third round. Now, I don't know. I thought clearly that referee, judge, or a participant in this year combat sport. But I thought 3 rounds, you had to do at least 3 rounds. And I know there was a couple seconds out, but that should have went to the judges, to a judge's decision. It shouldn't have been a no contest. I mean, let's look at both scenarios. Let's say Corey didn't say nothing and just continued to do his thing. That would have been the end of the third round. Then they would have went into the fourth, and then the doctor would have said, okay, with the eye injury you've got, and we're not letting that go on. And then it would have went to the judge's decision. And clearly he won a minimum 2 rounds. So we would have had a Grand Prix champion, Corey Anderson. We would have had a new lightweight champion, and we would have had Corey Anderson getting that $1 million. Disappointing, man. Disappointing. Other scenario, I don't know what the other scenario could have been, but it was just very unfortunate. Clearly wasn't the night for Vadim. He looked good, but Corey looked excellent. Controversy. Coca said they're going to have to obviously no contest that, and then run it back for the part 2 of the Grand Prix finale, and the strap, the big boy strap. Real disappointed, man. Real disappointed in that. Yeah. But based upon what we saw, Nemkov better step his game all the way up, because I would imagine the second meeting is going to pretty much go exactly the same. Once Corey gets it to the ground, it's not going to be pretty, man. It really ain't going to be pretty. Then we move on to the main event. The main event of the evening. 5 rounds in the Bellator cage For the featherweight strap, Patricio Pitbull taking on the mercenary AJ Mckee for the second time. First one went less than 2 minutes. Head kick, punch, fell to the ground. Then he's guillotine, as they call it. Done the dance. New champion. This one went the whole distance. This went the whole 5 rounds, and it was a very technical. To the casual boneheads, you could say it was boring at times. Say that very loosely, but it was a very technical, patient fight. I don't see Pitbull actually winning this. I think he won 2 rounds personally. He fought a lot more strategic and a lot more smart. But nah, man, I don't think a unanimous decision. 49, 46, 48, 47, and 48, 40. Sorry, 48, 47. Who scored it? 49, 46? I mean, was it the submission that he did? This is real confusing. I think many people are confused with the outcome of that there. Yeah, that's crazy. But congratulations, this is 6 in a row. Patricio always wins the rematches. He did his thing, man. You gotta congratulate it. Unfortunately, if you leave it to the judges, they can mess you up. That's why you try and get, a finish in some capacity, whether that be a TKO, KO, or some kind of submission, man. Or your opponent verbally tapping or physically tapping on the count on the on the something, or even doctor stoppage. Just even put that one in there. You have to finish this thing, man. With these crazy judges, especially that first score. What? 49-46. Very questionable. But then press conference and AJ's talking about, yeah, I ain't really interested in no rematch. I ain't cutting no more weight. In essence, was what he's saying. He's 27 and all that. Metabolism might be slowing down, and obviously this weight cutting folly, isn't the best thing. So he's saying, yeah, man, super fights. If not, I'm going to 155. There's a load of people up there, and that's going to be interesting, man. That's going to be interesting. There's some stuff about contracts and if he's got any more, if he's in contract, or can he be a free agent? Because again, he was talking that talk about UFC and all this something there and money and yeah, no, I hear it. I hear it. Prize fighter, mixed martial artist, athletes. You gotta know what your worth is, and you've gotta go out there because you're putting your health on the line every time you step into the cage to compete, and the preparation to get there is very tumultuous to say the least. So yeah, man, I'm all for the fighters them getting as much pay as they can. Interesting landscape. Let's see what it do. And no. Yeah, man, congratulations to Mr. Pitbull.